Today's fun fact of the day has to do with meditation. Did you know that meditation can change the structure of our brains? How cool is that? There is so much research being produced around meditation and its effects on the body. This ancient practice is finally getting the seriousness that it deserves. The scientists are basically asking people to meditate in an fMRI machine or an EEG strapped to their head. Now, what is interesting is that they noticed a change in the gray matter of the meditators, and they had less brain loss as they aged. Another big difference was the lack of activity in the default mode network, or the DMN. This is basically what we call the monkey mind, the mind that is constantly running around that we do not have control over. So with meditating, can you imagine regaining control over that mind of yours? Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the podcast where we evolve into the best versions of ourselves, one awesome habit at a time. I'm Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. Now, many of us believe that we cannot meditate. Many of my coaching clients say, I can't meditate. I can't sit on a cushion for an hour. Meditating is scary. And they are absolutely correct. Meditating is hard and it can't just be jumped into. That's like being pushed into the middle of an ocean and expecting to swim, when all you've done so far is basically sit in a bathtub. I like to break down meditation, or the journey of meditation, into 3 stages. The first stage is called introspection, the second stage is called mindfulness, and the third stage is called meditation. So let's start with step 1, which is introspection. The reason meditation is so hard is that we're afraid of our own thoughts. We're afraid of what is going on or what are we going to think about. Most of our default thoughts revolve around inadequacies or problems that we are going through in life. Our anxieties come to the surface. I remember my own meditation journey. I was so scared to just sit alone with my thoughts. They consumed me. I did not know what I was going to be thinking about. I didn't know if it was going to make me feel sad or upset or maybe even worse about myself. So at that point of time, my mind was like the surface of a stormy sea, full of waves and choppy. And I'm sure that you can relate with this. Our default method to deal with these thoughts is to run away by brushing it under the carpet or distracting ourselves with something or the other. Netflix, Instagram, porn, any of these things. But that doesn't solve anything. Instead, what we have to do is learn to sit and feel those things. Feel the things that we suppressed all this while so that they don't keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the only way through these thoughts is through introspection, or the practice of looking inwards, thinking about our state of mind and feelings. So your habit for introspection is just 5 minutes long each day. I usually do this when I have my coffee, and while it's cooling down, I spend time introspecting. And you can identify another time in your day whenever you're sitting in peace, nobody distracting you. I prefer as soon as I wake up. Some people prefer this just before bed. Keeping your phones away, asking yourself questions. Am I happy? Am I using my time wisely? Am I taking anything for granted? What matters most in my life? What worries me most about the future? Am I holding on to something that I need to let go of? What did I do last that pushed me out of my comfort zone, pushed my boundaries? What are the things that I really wish other people knew about me? What do I feel most energized by? What aspects of my life need changing? You see, when you ask yourself questions like this, you are going to places where you normally don't go. Your mind is constantly in this one fixed state of lack. These kinds of questions open it up and allow you to look at yourself, look at your life differently. The habit of introspection will bring you face to face with all the thoughts that you've been avoiding, giving you a chance to resolve them once and for all. If you like, you can sit with a book and write down your thoughts and answers. You can just think of them without writing them as well, because some people just don't prefer writing. But do not take your phone out and take notes on that. That is something that I've seen ends as a disaster with my clients. So just write it down or just think about it. Try this habit each day for a week or two and see how you feel. Message me on Instagram, send me a message, tell me, Ashdin, I started this introspection habit and I've changed the way that I see my life. I want to know what it is that you're thinking. And once you make peace with all these aspects of your life that you don't really look at, meditation becomes much easier, because then you can finally sit and all those troublesome, worrisome thoughts no longer come and control you. So try it out now and let me know how you feel. Remember, our job is to evolve one step at a time, and introspection is just the first step of your journey to meditation. I'm Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. If you like this episode, don't forget to hit subscribe. Also, give us a rating. It really helps with people discovering the podcast. If you like podcasts like this, check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can also watch all the episodes on the Habit Coach Awesome 180 YouTube channel. Follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere. You can also reach out to me. I am Ashdin Doc at Twitter and Instagram. You can connect with me on my website, awesome180.com. You can also check out my 2 new books, Change Your Habits, Change Your Life, and the second, The Book of Good Habits for Kids. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach.
IVM.